Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. The first thing you have to know is yourself. A man who knows himself can step outside himself and watch his own reactions like an observer. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. Never complain of that of which it is at all times in your power to rid yourself. No society can surely be flourishing and happy of which by far the greater part of the numbers are poor and miserable. Virtue is more to be feared than vice, because its excesses are not subject to the regulation of conscience. All for ourselves and nothing for other people seems in every age of the world to have been the vile maxim of the masters of mankind. Individual ambition serves the common good. Wherever there is great property, there is great inequality. Problems worthy of attacks prove their worth by hitting back. The learned ignore the evidence of their senses to preserve the coherence of the ideas of their imagination. What is prudence in the conduct of every private family can scarce be folly in that of a great kingdom. The subjects of every state ought to contribute towards the support of the government as nearly as possible in proportion to their respective abilities. There is no art which one government sooner learns of another than that of draining money from the pockets of the people. We are but one of the multitude, in no respect better than any other in it. Hatred and anger are the greatest poison to the happiness of a good mind. Consumption is the sole end and purpose of all production. Virtue is excellence, something uncommonly great and beautiful which rises far above what is vulgar and ordinary. To superficial minds, the vices of the great seem at all times agreeable. A nation is not made wealthy by the childish accumulation of shiny metals, but it enriched by the economic prosperity of its people. The great secret of education is to direct vanity to proper objects. Wages of labor, the profits of stock, or the rent of land. It is not for its own sake that men desire money, but for the sake of what they can purchase with it. No society can surely be flourishing and happy, of which the far greater part of the members are poor and miserable. It was not by gold or by silver, but by labor that all the wealth of the world was originally purchased. The wages of labor are the encouragement of industry, which, like every other human quality, improves in proportion to the encouragement it receives. What is the work of one man in a rude state of society, being generally that of several in an improved one? The division of labor, however, so far as it can be introduced, occasions in every art a proportionable increase of the productive powers of labor. No society can flourish of which the greater part is poor and miserable. That prevailed before his time. National wealth was measured in terms of a country's stock. Society may subsist, though not in the most comfortable state, without beneficence, but the prevalence of injustice must utterly destroy it. Among civilized and thriving nations, on the contrary, though a great number of people do not labor at all, many of whom consume the produce. In the common degree of the moral, there is no virtue. Virtue is excellence. Of their passions in the same object at that particular time. To approve of another man's opinions is to adopt those opinions, and to adopt them is to approve of them. Human society, when we contemplate it in a certain abstract and philosophical light, appears like a great and immense machine. A merchant, it has been said very properly, is not necessarily the citizen of any particular country. The great affair we always find is to get money. The most sacred laws of justice are the laws which guard the life and person of our neighbor. It was not by gold or by silver, but by labor that all wealthy of the world was originally purchased. Man is an animal that makes bargains. No other animal does this. No dog exchanges bones with another. In the time of Servius Tullius, who first coined money at Rome, the Roman as or pondo contained a Roman pound of good copper. But they are commonly more distinguished by their superiority in the latter than in the former. There,